Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Guild Wars Lone Wolf Challenge. So here we are. I'm about to finish up the Northern Allies quest. Let me just set up henchmen. I hate that you cannot keep henchmen in your party once you log off. Then you have to keep adding them over and over. Okay, so we have to go into the battle depths, which is over here, and is the fastest way to come here is through the Eye of the North. Oh, well, text mod doing its magic. Be right back. Okay. Uh, when I say the fastest, so far, because it's actually faster to go over there if you have the last outpost of the game. I don't remember exactly, but I think I'm gonna have to like fight some guys in order to get the jollies. I hope not, though. Hope not. Yeah, I thought right. I'm gonna have to fight. Luckily, it's not gonna be too difficult. It's just annoying waste of time. How far is he? Pretty far. How is the Sin able to cast Meteor Shower? It takes like 10 seconds or 5 seconds to cast, and they have Wall of Silence. Wall of Silence is a Dervish elite skill, which makes you immune. I mean, not immune, but you cannot be target of enemy spells. And it's basically they can maintain it, which means the recharge time is shorter than the duration of a spell. Which way now? This part of sure. Gonna have to go over there through those chromatic scales, which hopefully I can avoid. Let's just see. Or maybe I should just fight them. Okay, first things first, fight these guys. Oh, I think I'm gonna be able to avoid this guy. Oh, maybe so Whirling Wisps have the Wolf of Silence elite skill, but those over there, Chilling Wisps, they look exactly the same, but they have different elite skill. Or is it the other way around? So maybe those Wisps I was fighting didn't have the elite skill I was talking about. I thought somebody whisked me, like, hey, how's it going? Then I noted this Lieutenant Thackeray. I don't have friends. NPCs have to be the ones to wisp. Yeah, Onslaught, another elite skill. Not exactly sure what this one does, but it's not the same. Okay, here we are. So this is the Dwarven base of operation. As you can see, there's a bunch of dwarves everywhere. There's some stuff to sell on the for the merchant. Yeah, actually. I do have something, so luckily this guy's here. Sell this.
Arise, Ogden Stonehealer. We thought you lost. How do you fare?
We have killed many destroyers, sire.
And you have raised an army to do this?
This is my army, my liege.
I think he's talking about us. Ogden has proved invaluable in battling the destroyers. We would have been lost without him.
Yes. Yes, you have done well. Very well indeed.
I am sorry I could not gather more allies, my liege.
It is not the size of the army that matters, but the strength in their hearts. And you have gathered the strongest warriors in the land. Come. My forces have traveled far to reach you, but the road before us is longer and harder still. From here we shall launch our final assault on the destroyers. This will be our base. You have done well, Ogden Stonehealer. We are indebted to you and your allies.
Good. So the outpost I was talking about, it is like right over there. Yeah, over here. You see this little star over here? This is where it is, but the doors are closed and you cannot enter, so that's why I have to go the long way around. Okay, Northern Ally, see King Giles for your reward. Okay then. It's not the size of their armies, but the strength of their hearts.
There is much to do.
Thank you. So, against the destroyers, look into the scrying pool at the Eye of the North. Okay.
Hail, human.
Let me just see where this thing takes me. If it takes me Vajara Falls, where are Vajara Falls? Is this Vajara Falls? Like, this might be an excellent shortcut which I have never taken. Let me just see. This is Vajara Falls. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just go and see the pool. I was looking forward of that portal teleporting me somewhere in the Asura lands. It's just not the way it goes. Hello, scrying pool. Show me your wisdom. Look deep into the pool. Is this meant to be so blurry? Or is it my crappy computer?
Apparently, they have a leader.
And a nasty one at that.
It is as I feared. The end is truly coming.
What?
The creature that leads them is the Great Destroyer. The Tome of Rubicon said that the Great Dwarf and the Great Destroyer would meet in one last battle. And after that, the dwarves will be no more.
You don't stand alone. We'll defeat these creatures.
You don't understand. Win or lose, the time of the dwarves is over. The only question is it the end of the rest of you as well?
Any dialogue? No dialogue? Okay, so we have to seek assistance from the Asura now. And where do we have to go? Oh, look, we have to... wait. Where does it say we have to go? It doesn't say anything.
Interesting.
Well, luckily I do know where to have to go. I have to go to Olafstead. Oh, okay, so now it does show the little starry thing over here. Let's proceed then. Let's go. Kind of a long way, but nothing we can't do. So we've done the Ebon Vanguard, those are like the fastest. The Norn, which are relatively fast, but it's just you have to kind of a walk some distance.
Never anger a Norn.
And then Asura, which you have to walk a lot. You have to walk a lot to get there, so let's be on our way. I will not go down this cliff because if I remember right, there's gonna be bunch and bunch of... Damn, maybe I should go down there. Oh, this guy, there's a boss over here, Arius the Mighty. And they have a long... No! Oh, no. Well, this is not gonna end well. You know what? Come over here, come over here. Come like this. Good. And I'll get him. Men low, don't die. Oh, for the love of God. No, you stupid silver winged henchman. Get them now. Score later, go get him. Okay, so this was a nice placement because all of these bisons were stuck because of my warriors. So they we're only able to stack warriors, and warriors are like the tankiest profession in the game, so it's easier to keep them alive. Plus you can just put Vigorous Spirit on them, so every strike they do, they heal a little bit. So luckily this wasn't too tough, but it could have been. But this guy's a dervish boss, he can do so much AoE damage, it's ridiculous. Luckily he's still just targeting my warriors. It's probably because this is on the normal mode. Anyway, die. And let's just go this way then. I thought that dervish boss like is somewhere here in this forest, but he was up there, so I wanted to save time by skipping that, and it turns out I just made it longer. Let's try and skip these guys. Usually it's a bad idea, but sometimes, like now, it seems like it's a good idea. I was actually able to skip almost everybody, but not everybody. Okay, first things first, when the fight starts, put Vigorous Spirit on your warriors, so every time they strike, they get health. If you're watching this playthrough, so as I said when I first started this playthrough, I'm playing as a healer with just the henchies because of a challenge. It's much easier and much more fun to actually play with people. Bad thing is there are not a lot of people playing this game anymore anyway, so it might be a little bit tougher to find a party, but if you get like a friend or two in real life, whoa. Okay. I don't like these Jotun, they're huge, very tanky, and they actually do quite a bit of damage. Go, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! Gold. Let's not skip on gold. Edda Oak. Smasher.
Never anger a Norn. Never anger a Norn.
24 kills, one more and I would have gotten some bonus, but whatever. Okay, finally this is the Asura area. And over here we have Asura bonus guy.
I'm busy.
Gracious, you startled me. I was looking over the plans for a scent cleaning aromatic. We Asura have very sensitive noses. It's hard to work here with all that smell from the monsters. Why don't you give us a hand and get rid of them and their stench? I'll even give you a little something to help with the task. Do you agree? Of course, and you get bonus with the same thing, so as you kill monsters you get some reputation points. Whatever. So the Asurans are another new race in the Guild Wars saga. We've already met Beck. Ah, oh, no, not Jotun again. Fine, then just go get him. So as I was saying, Asura new race, they were actually they're actually very intelligent race who used to live underground, but then because of these destroyers, they were chased out into the open air, into the open world. They were chased out by the destroyers. And the destroyers and the great and we right now we think that the great destroyer is the leader of the destroyers, but it's not actually true. It's just the first lieutenant of the leader of the destroyers, and the leader of the destroyers is none other than Primordus, which is an elder dragon. And we actually will be able to see Primordus. We can actually see one other lieutenant. I mean, we could have, like, you see Drakkar Lake, this little thingy over here? There's actually a dragon frozen underwater. So yeah, Great Destroyer is actually just a lieutenant of Primordus, the Elder Dragon. Elder Dragon, which currently sleeps. But it is waking up. Like the Elder Dragon. I mean, this is the lore from Guild Wars 2, so we weren't able to know this facts back in the day when there was only Guild Wars 1, Eye of the North. But right now, so I can tell you some basics. So the Elder Dragons are like the ancient, powerful creatures who wake up every like 10,000 years, and they live by consuming magic. And when they consume most of the magic from the world, they go back to sleep. And on the previous cycle, which was 10,000 years ago, there were 5 races battling 6 Elder Dragons. So the Elder Dragons are Primordus, the leader of the Primordus, which is the leader of these destroyers. And then there's Jormag, which is the leader of well, leader of nobody at the moment, because there are no followers of Jormang here. But do you remember that Svanir guy? So the brother of Jorah, a guy who was corrupted by some sort of ancient and powerful magic and turned into that berry beast? That was actually because of the Jormag's magic. He was corrupted by it, and the Jormag's power corrupted him, and he became the first follower of Jormag. And in Guild Wars 2, you have a Norn race, I mean Norn clan, or what do you call it? Called Sons of Svanir, which are Norn who follow Jormag. And there are also Ice Brood. Those are the creatures, not Norns necessarily, but any creature, like could be Skelk or whatever, who were also corrupted by Jormag's magic. So anyway, Primordus Fire Dragon, Jormag Frost Dragon, and then there's Zaitan, the first dragon you encounter in Guild Wars 2, which is the Undead Dragon. That dragon actually sleeps beneath the ore. Or, if you remember prophecies, was one of the kingdoms, beside Kryta and Ascalon, a human kingdom, which was when the searing happened and Ascalon got annihilated. Char actually proceeded south all the way towards the ore, and they were battling ore. So ore defended themselves by the help of a ancient magic cast by Vizil Kilbron. If you remember the guy, Vizil Kilbron with the Scepter of Ore was helping us. He read some forbidden scrolls and caused the cataclysm which sank the ore, the whole kingdom of ore, beneath the waves. And sank it on top of the Zaitan, the undead dragon. So that's why, like, right now, the Orients in Kryta, the undead problem, those are actually ore people corrupted by Zeitland's magic, and they come back to life, or not exactly come back to life. They become undead and plague the land. So yeah, and when Zaitan in Guild Wars 2 wakes up, the ore which is beneath the waves, he makes the ore rise up again, and a bunch of undead people called residents start roaming the land. So anyway, that's Guild Wars 2 lore, not that important. Um, so that's 3 dragons. There's Mordramoth, which is a how do you call it, jungle dragon, and he is the reason for the occurrence of Selvari, which is another playable race in Guild Wars 2. And there's Kralkatorrik. You can actually see that guy. Kralkatorrik, you see this ridge over here? This is actually Kralkatorrik sleeping. And the last one is the Deep Sea Dragon, which is the only dragon we still have not come across. We're probably gonna see him in the end of the Dragons expansion, which is the final expansion. Which is the next expansion in Guild Wars 2, which is about to come in the end of February. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, when we killed Abaddon, if you remember, at the end of the the end of the Nightfall, when we killed Abaddon, there was a huge magic release, which is then consumed by Cormyr, so she became a god herself. But some of the magic, like some of that huge, enormous chunk of magic, got away, and that stirred the dragons, and they started waking up slowly but steadily. And the first dragon to stir from the sleep is actually Prime Wardus, and that's why he's been making these minions of his, these destroyers, and they caused all this havoc in the Eye of the North. Okay, let's just read this. Tucked beneath the dark granite of the mountain fastness, the Umbral Grotto is a lurking place for those who wish to keep their activities shrouded in shadow. The caverns beneath are overrun with stone-summit dwarfs from the southern Shiver peaks, making the grotto a dangerous place to wander. This blocks and excavation is actually a dungeon, but we will not do the whole dungeon. We just have to come to a certain point of the dungeon to reach the Asura lands. So yeah, that was it. That's a little some interesting about the Guild Wars 2 lore and the Elder Dragons. So the Elder Dragons actually predate the gods, the human gods. And well, I'm not exactly sure, but I think like the Elder Dragons are actually stronger than gods. There's an expansion in Guild Wars 2 called Path of Fire, which is basically how Balthazar, the god of war, wanted to kill Kralkatorrik to consume its magic, so he would become even more powerful. But that's lore. If you're interested in that kind of lore, I suggest you go and play Guild Wars 2 because it's also an amazing game. And it's just a humongous chunk of lore, and I'm not smart enough to tell you everything what it's about, and I'm not that good of a storyteller, and that's just that there's a big piece of lore, complicated lore, and I really, if you're a fan of Guild Wars, Guild Wars story and saga, I really recommend How are they getting healed? Is this guy a healer? This guy's a healer. Get him. I really recommend playing Guild Wars 2. After finishing Guild Wars 1, of course. Man, there's a lot of these guys. Oh, how is he dying so slowly? Oh, I think like these spores, once they die, they spawn that dude. Oh, or if you kill them fast enough, maybe they don't. Yeah, yeah, if you kill them fast enough. Oh, my inventory is full. How come? What do I get if I salvage this? Let's salvage. Ah, I forgot to visit merchant when I was in Umbral Grotto. Oh, I forgot to activate Beacon of Draknar at the beginning of our journey underground. Damn it. So there was a couple of dwarven points. Run for your lives. Well, at least it kills them as well. Ah, God. Fine. Get them up. Hopefully they didn't get death penalty for this. Is Mela also able to resurrect people? I don't think like I don't think he is. Doesn't have any resurrection skill. Oh, he does. Nice. It would be weird for a monk not to have any resurrection skills. I think somebody wasted their resurrection signet. Use hard res in these kind of situations. Hard res, by hard res I mean rechargeable resurrections. Because we're not in a hurry. We can take our time, but if you're in a battle and somebody dies, then it's just too long to cast a rebirth, plus you lose all the energy once you cast rebirth, so it's better somebody uses resurrection signet. There's a lot of skelks. Actually, two groups. And we lured another group. That's great. Stay inside the ward of against the melee. Some meteor shower would be great right now. And put this on. Ward against melee, please. If this guy dies, I die. Okay, close enough. Hopefully. Let me grab some chocolatey cookies while we're at it. Unexpected strike. It's an assassin skill, which, if you have more than 90% of your health, deals a lot of damage. And I remember when factions first came out and people played assassins, they were so amazed by that skill because it does so much damage on your first strike. People were like, oh, I'm only level 12 and I already will do 150 damage with one strike, one skill. Assassins are overpowered, etc., etc. Oh, you know what? Might as well run. We're here already. It doesn't matter if they die because this is an outpost. Dude, who the hell is you?
You need me?
Mump, the Asura honcho sent me here to guard the gate leading back to the Tarnished Coast. He gave me this phantasmal cloak to conceal myself, but the smoke is almost unbearable. How does it work, you ask? Badly, if at all. And the vapors make my eyes water. Oh, and
Oh, great. Another book.
of course you're welcome to use this gate. It rarely kills anybody. Or something.
The destroyers have followed us to the surface.
We need to retake our lands. The sun on the surface is too bright.
A wall. A big wall will keep them out.
What is this?
Typical Asura meeting. You get 3 Asura together, you get 4 opinions.
Everyone, enough! Our immediate threat is the destroyers. I propose that we pool our talents to create a superior weapon.
What do you have in mind, ma'am?
We gather our finest minds. Ula would be the best choice to build a mobile spellworking platform.
I know where Una is. She's squirreled away in her lab.
We'd also need Gad. He knows the most about containing mystic energies.
And he'll tell you so, every chance he gets.
And Vec, your work with the gates makes you the one to handle the etheric couplings.
Forget it.
Vec?
If Gad is involved in this, include me out. I won't work with that old windbag.
Vec, be reasonable.
I am reasonable. Get Rank instead. He's capable and doesn't have any history with Gad.
As you wish. We're going to need Gad, but no one knows where he is.
I know where to find him. I know where to find Gad. I'm a member of the Shining Blade, and we've been working for him.
Uh-oh.
Problem?
Humans working for Gad? That's a recipe for disaster.
Okay, so let's read about this. One of the northeastern Asuran communities, the settlement, is dominated by magnificent falls that coast every surface with its fine mist. The local gate provides access to the blocks and excavation, an extensive mining operation recently overrun by the exiled Stone Summit dwarves. Lord,
Hang on.
you'll never get this project off the ground without Ola. She's the most proficient golemancer around. Problem is that she's locked herself away in her underground laboratory. I don't know exactly where it is, but I do know someone who can take you there. However, for that information you will owe me a favor, deal? Okay. If you want to find Ola, speak to her former assistant Blim. He's a bit odd, but he knows how to find her. Look for Blim in Rata soon, and then I'll come calling for that favor. Don't try to weasel out of it, human. It won't work, remember? I'm much smarter than you. I'll find Ola.
Here
Relax.
comes trouble.
We need Rank for the Golem project. He's bright, intelligent here. Lately he's been hanging around Riven Earth researching the flow patterns of the mountain waterfalls. apparently he sees a pattern in things when others just see chaos. It seems odd, I know, but you'll never know what these geniuses will find interesting. Find him and bring him on board. I'm sure he wants help. Sure.
I'm busy.
Oops. What does Golem stand for?
Here comes trouble.
Golem stands for Genius Operated Living Enchanted Manifestation. Catch, you know.
Be
Olivia?
careful.
Gad is the most brilliant of the Asura. My fellow members of the Shining Blade have been helping him with his research into the Bloodstones. We are currently on the far side of the Sea of Sorrows. The good news is we can get there by an Asura gate. Head south and east to the underground complex called Shards of War. An Asura gate complex in the upper level leads to the God's encampment. Find Bartholos, leader of the Shining Blade, can tell you how to find Gad. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so this is gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you just a second. First, let's sell this, otherwise I'll just forget, and then start off with full little inventory. Sell, sell, sell. Identify first. It's unbelievable that I have such a small inventory space. Oh, I can give this away. Monumental tapestry. Ah, I'll just keep it. And just to check if I am still an Iron Man challenge? Yes. I mean Lone Wolf challenge. Okay, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you. Take care.